Hello everyone and welcome to another Linux tutorial. Today we will continue our journey to disk management and we will talk about the file system. This is the third part of the disk management tutorials. Before a partition can be used by a Linux system, it will need a file system. We have a variety of file systems like the extended file system 2, 3 and 4, which was created specifically for Linux, or other file systems like XFS or the RHCSA or the JFS, etc. You can Google them all and find the one that suits your needs. To create a file system, you type the following command: make file system, and then the type of it, like that, and then the device. If you remember, for previous lesson we did create some partitions, and in order for us to remember these three, the S, the B, 1, 2 and 3. So let's put a file system on the first one by doing the following: make file system, then use the type of, then let's define the type of it. The type of it will be let's say extended file system 4, and then we will say device as the B1, and we have again permission denied. Now, as you can see, writing subblocks are file system account information done. It's done. And if we want now to boot the system, to mount it, what can we do? In order to mount the system, we type mount, then the device, and then where we want to mount it. In order to have a place to mount it, let's create it first. Let's say that we want a directory, and this directory will be right here, and we will name it my directory. As you can see, it was created here, and now we can mount our system. Let's mount it. Mount, and then all we need is the device. And be careful, the device that we the B1, the device that we put the file system on it a while ago, and then where we want it. Let's see where it is. I'm not sure in this system. I'm not sure anymore. Let's see. Open the terminal. PW there, and inside the home and Teo. So we can see. Here, home, Teo, and then my dear. Manually root can do that. As always, you need to be sudo. And now we have created something here. Let's create a new folder. Permission denied. We need to, yes, we also need to define the permissions with the change mode command. But you get it. This is how you can mount. Something. Let's see now. How do we unmount it? In order to unmount it, you do the following. So as you can see, excuse me, as you can see, the my dir here, the my directory, need to get another permission set, and let's do it first before we unmount it, in order to see what really happens here. And let's see the change mode. Let's do it. Let's give it this the full permission to us, and then we can go there. Or didn't we? Open terminal ls L. We didn't do it. Let's be sudo my directory and then my directory change mode. Now it was created. I'm sorry for that. And then you can go inside or still now. And now we created a file here, or you can create whatever you want. And this is the mounted partition. You can keep it in your mind like you have bought a HDD, an extended disk, and then you have split this disk into 3 parts, and then you took one of these parts, the SDB1, which have storage in it, and you can store items in it, and you have inserted the storage inside this my directory here, my dir. Whatever we save here, it goes into this partition, into this SDB1. And if we go here and we press unmount and then my dir, and we need to be sudo, then as you can see, let's go back here, it's empty. But why it's empty? It's empty because it's like a USB. It's like a USB. We have stored something in it, and now that we have unmounted it, we have safely removed it. It took everything with it. If we want to have everything back again, we need to mount it again. So we need to mount, and then the type. We need to mount it, and then this is the device as the B1, and where to mount it, home, then here, and then my dir, and sudo, and then we go back again, and as you can see, it is again here because we have inserted again our USB. And if we reboot the system, the USB is automatically removed, or I named it now USB, but it's a file system. I hope that you can catch up the concept and how the whole thing works. And now we did make the first partition. An extended one, but it wasn't right. Let's remove it. But it wasn't right because I wanted to be the swap, and I hope that it can still be done. Let's make the swap file. To make a swap file, you need to create the file system first, make swap, and then the device. Let's see, as the B1, as the B1, and then where to do it, my dir, invalid block argument. Yeah, I think it. We can do it. We can do it with another way. Let's make fdisk. Let's create a new one, a new swap space. The SDC. I think is this one. Let's do it. Then I want to create a new one, a new partition. Let's make it plus 200 megabyte. And now let's select the type, and I want to be Linux Swap Solaris. Then we will save it, and now we can make swap, and then the device as the C1 being the sudo, and now it's done. We did it, but in order to finish the make swap procedure, you first need to to say the make swap, then the device, you don't need the where now, and then you can say swap on, and then again the device, again with sudo, and then let's make everything with sudo now. And then you can check it with swap on s, and as you can see, here it is now, the partition SDC1 that we created now. If you press the mount command, then you can see everything that is mounted on your system, physical or virtual. And if you press the F8, *8, then you can see all the devices that are mounted to your, all the mount points that are to your system, and it also reports the file system usage, the size, the used and the available space of every mounted point. Keep in mind that the manual mounts do not persist after rebooting your system, and to make a mount to persist, you need to go to a special file. Let's vim it, and it is the etc fstab, this one. But we will talk about this particular file to our next video. I know that it was pretty much for a video. I hope that you don't have any questions and that you understood everything, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask them on the comment section below, or feel free to send me a message, and I will make it more clear to you what you don't understand. Thank you all for watching.